Good morning, Facebook family and friends. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, Parkway. Today is a great day. Why? Because today is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. I'm wishing everyone out there a super Sunday. I hope you have a peaceful, productive, and positive day. The word of the day comes from Proverbs 4:23. And the wise King Solomon writes, "Keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life." What does this mean? So King Solomon writes, keep thy heart. When he says the word keep here, the word keeps mean guard. Some translation says guard thy heart, but the King James Version says keep thy heart with all diligence. All diligence means with all your might, with all your strength. Diligence is hard work. So with all diligence, it means keep thy heart or guard thy heart with all diligence. With all the work, with all the strength that you have, you should keep your heart. Guard your heart. So let's talk about that for 1 second. Guard your heart. Now, a lot of people, when we think about guarding something, we try to guard our car, right? We get us a car alarm. We park the car right up next to the house. We try to guard the car, even though there's a lot of cars out there. Even when you bought your car, when you went to the car lot, there was a whole bunch of other cars out there. But we put a whole lot of diligence in trying to guard our car. When we go have multiple cars throughout our life. You ain't gonna have that same car your whole life. But we spend a lot of time trying to guard our car. Or we might try to guard our home, right? We got home security. We got all kind of cameras and everything. We trying to guard our home. And unless you Tony Carter from Parkway on 34th Terrace, unless you Tony Carter, you probably done stayed in a couple of houses. You ain't just stayed in that same house your whole life. Again, unless you Tony Carter from 34th Terrace. If not, you probably done stayed in a bunch of different houses. So again, why would you spend so much time trying to guard a house, something that there is another one? There's a house on the side of you. There's a house on the other side of you. There's a house across the street. But we spend all our time trying to guard our house when we should be trying to guard our heart. We're supposed to guard our heart. This is what we should spend our time, our energy, our diligence at guarding, our heart. So what does it mean by guard thy heart? It's not talking about that muscle that's in your chest that's pumping blood. No, it's not talking about that. When it says guard your heart, it's talking about your spirit. He's talking about your love, your joy, your peace, your patience, your gentleness, your faithfulness, your kindness, and your meekness. This is what he means by guard your heart. Your heart is your spirit, and you only have one of them. You only have one of them. This is the reason why you should spend your diligence on guarding your heart versus guarding your car or guarding your house. You should spend it guarding your heart. Why? Because if you don't guard your heart, if you don't guard your spirit, if you don't guard your love, then guess what? Somebody come in and take your love and replace that with hate. If you don't guard your peace, somebody come in and take your peace and replace that with anger. If you don't guard your meekness, somebody could take that and replace that with pride. So this is the reason why it is important that we guard our heart diligently, for out of it are the issues of life. See, out of your heart come the issues of life. If you have hate in your heart, then hate comes out. That's going to be an issue in your life. If you have pride in your heart, that's going to come out. That's going to be an issue in your life. If you have lust, if you have discord, anger, all these things, if you get them in your heart, they're going to be issues that are going to affect your life. Good news, good news, good news. We know what to guard now. We know what to guard now, our heart. The word of the day, Proverbs 4:23. Keep thy heart with all diligence, For out of it are the issues of life. I'm wishing you love. I'm wishing you joy. I'm wishing you peace. I'm wishing you success. I'm wishing you prosperity. Know that you are loved. You're loved by God. You're loved by me. So love yourself so you can love your neighbor. Remember, you are important. You important, not the car. You important, not the house. You are important. And no matter what you're going through, no matter the situation, remember, we gonna make it. We gonna make it. Peace. Guard your heart.